Hello and welcome along to episode 4 of this Cricket 19 career, the England years with me, Daniel. We're coming back today for another big moment in our fledgling young international career. It's our first overseas test match for England. We're coming up against Sri Lanka. We've known about it for a little while and we've been building up to it. We've had a brilliant time in the first class season in Australia, a game which we played last time out. We got another chance that we got close to a century, and not long before that a double century too. But you do know that in the Pakistan Super League last time out, of course, it wasn't perfect. But the first 2 episodes of this series were dedicated to our full test debut, that one at home against Ireland. So if you have missed any of the series so far, please do click back in the eye above to catch up. And when you're done, you can pop back over to see the first overseas test, and against much sterner opposition at the toughest end of English cricket. We know that it's going to be difficult. On the subcontinent, England not particularly great. Struggle against spin, particularly the left-handed openers, and that's exactly what we are today. So there's not much to prep for it. We are in great form. We are doing brilliantly, particularly in the long form of the game. And we've got a chance to make real headway today in our international career. If we star against Sri Lanka, hopefully we'll get a good roll against the West Indies next time out, and then hopefully a big summer in England, we'll be able to get a few games under our belt. If I've done my maths right, this coming winter should be an Ashes test over in Australia, so it might be a perfect way to go through this series. But it's all about Sri Lanka, England. If you're looking forward to it, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know down in the comments how you think we'll get on. And of course, subscribe to the channel for 2 episodes a week from this series, as well as daily content from FM20, 2 long-term stories there. And I've got a live stream series every Tuesday morning, so if you want to get to know us a bit more and the people in the community, then come along and have a chat with us. We always have a good time there. But let's go and get into it. It is Sri Lanka v England, and it is going to be a very difficult match. We've no idea what the squad's like, we're just a fringe member, and it's the typical dusty surface that you so often come up against. A haven for spinners. Of course, we might get our chance with the ball, but let's get into it and find out what we're doing first. Here we go then. Sri Lanka v England. We're live in Colombo, and we've got a big match on our hands. Let's see what the lineup's like. We'll be interested to see if we're at fuller strength. We're actually very similar to the Ireland game. So Vince is still opening. There's still a lot of the batting regulars that you remember, but I guess Broad and Anderson are out of the picture now, so we've still got Garton and Miles, the 2 young pace bowlers. There's a couple of spinners in there as well, as you'd expect at this level, and we're just waiting to find out what we do first. So that Ireland game, actually we had a far stronger squad than we thought, which does worry me a bit with the bowling side, because we've got some better ones potentially at Yorkshire. But we've got all the razzmatazz. We're playing at the big level. Joe Root's still the skipper. England have called heads. Let's see whether Joe Root wins and what we're going to be able to do. Sri Lanka have won the toss, so it's out of our hands. What are we going to be put in to do? Let's hope it's bat, because we'd love to do that first. But I'd imagine Sri Lanka will do it first, and they have. So it will be a bowling episode today and a batting episode in the 5th one on Wednesday. Let's go and see if we can get some wickets on a pitch which should suit our bowling style. So it didn't take long for us to get called in. Just 20 overs gone. The new ball worn off. The seamers are gone. Ben Stokes has had a spell which was very expensive, as of the 2 early bowlers. And now we are the first spinner into the attack, I think. Unless Garton's a spinner as well, but I'm sure he's a pace bowler. So that means that we've got a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. Against Ireland, of course, we got a wicket in each innings, and we were fairly economical, but still in the 3s. And over here that could be a lot harder, because Sri Lanka are better players of spin. They've still got a few big names in there, the likes of Angelo Matthews for example standing out. And with 20 overs gone, we're in with our usual test field, and we're going straight at a left-hander. Not something that we're normally great at, but let's go for the off-breaker and just get a feeler for the pitch and a feeler for the conditions. So that one's just drifted to leg a little bit, and they nearly went for a run there. That could have been dangerous, and could that throw have been as well, because there were nearly overthrows. But it's a dot ball in the end, and all the drama leads to nothing. And the final one is going to be an off-break flighted delivery. We're going to put a bit more on it. It's an effort ball. We want to try and get extra spin. We want to try and go straight at the stumps, and the ball straight back to us. A maiden to start our spell. What a start to our first overseas test match. 2nd over in. We're going to go for the top spinner, and we're just going to try and get him caught on the stumps first ball here. He's straight at him. He defends away. And now I guess it's to highlights. Can we get more maidens, or is there going to be big action with wickets or runs? 2nd ball in, off break delivery. Just outside off we'll probably go for this time. Try and bring an edge into it. Always try to get it away, and he has successfully. Between those 2 fielders again. Now if you remember back to the Ireland match, this happened quite a lot. The left-handers was cutting us, and it was going between second slip and gully. And in fact, actually, it happened both sides. It was the right-hander as well getting that. So I think we're going to have to make some field adjustments again, because that's something we don't want to get into a habit. So let's go and put him in at fourth slip. Just see if we can bring him in a bit. Hopefully bring a catch into play. It's the third ball of the over though, and we're going straight back at the stumps. And this time we want a defensive shot. And although he tries to get it away, pull it to the leg side, it goes straight to the fielder at mid-on. Final one of the over. I'm not sure that we've put in a flighted effort ball yet, so let's go for it with the final one. Just at the stumps, and it's defended straight to us. A fairly successful over again, just 2 conceded off 2 overs. We've been joined by George Rhodes, another spinner at the other end, and we're actually facing the opposite batsman this time, and this one has been scoring far more quickly and heavily so far. So making him play defensively is going to be a lot tougher, but we've been successful first time round. Top spinner second up, straight at the stumps. Let's see what this man's got. If he wants to attack a bit more, let him try it, and he does successfully, to be fair. Away to the leg side, he's going to get at least 2, and that takes him on to 49. So if there's ever a chance with nerves to get him, it's probably one before the half century. And now we've got to pick the right delivery for it. So do you know what? We're going wrong. And let's try and make it as difficult and unpredictable as possible. Although he's defended that very well. It's classic Test batsman, that. Final ball of the 25th over. The batsman's on 49, and we're trying desperately not to concede more runs. We bowl straight at the stumps. Oh, it's edged. Oh, it doesn't quite make it. It didn't carry the second slip, who dives down to prevent a run, but we forced the edge with a final ball, and now he has gone on and got the half century in the following over. That could have been a massive, massive moment for us, a big confidence boost as well. But as it is, unfortunately just a dot ball. We follow up the start of the next over, and we've got the more methodical batsman back on strike. That should help us, and it's just a dot ball to start. Back to the standard ones. Got to throw in a couple of boring ones and over. They're the ones that you just rush through quickly. We've got the edge there. That's got to be a wicket. Not a boring delivery at all. It was almost caught him out. He was going towards leg stump, and he just sort of got caught up with the bat right against his body and ended up getting a tiny flick on it, and it's gone through to the wicket keeper. Definitely not worth appealing. Oh, it's a massive edge. It looked initially like maybe it could have been thigh pad, but it is straight off the edge of the bat. And it is for 43. Krishnan is out. Folks catches off our bowling, and we've taken the wicket. We've got the breakthrough. That's a big moment in our career, that. And what it means is we have a right-hander at the crease. So we are going to put in our flighted delivery. We're going to have to be a bit more careful with this, because we know they've been getting caught outside leg stump, and that defensive one was probably a bit too easy. Not our best delivery, and we're going to have to be a bit bolder with our line and length here. Top spinner to finish. Let's try and make it as uncomfortable as possible for the new batsman. He's tried to pull it away, but he's straight to the fielder, and that, I believe, was a wicket maiden. What an over it was, and we've got the breakthrough for our side. I think it would be fair to say spin's working for our side. There's another wicket that's gone down. Matthews is in at the crease, and the other batsman, after reaching his 50, has been bowled by Rhodes, the other spinner. So we are going to go now for a flighted off breaker. We've got the same batsman that we faced at the end of the last over, and we're going to try and throw it right on the stumps. Oh, it nearly carried. That second slip is having a very busy start to this spell. 1 for 4 off 4 overs. This is an incredible bit of bowling. And as much as he hooks that one away more comfortably, it's been a very uncomfortable start for the new batsman at the crease. 2 balls left in the over. Top spinner's out. We're going straight at the stumps. We know it can cause trouble. Oh, it nearly got through again. He went for the forward defensive. He got just enough on the bat that it held up, and then it hit his leg and dropped to the ground directly in front of him. A little bit less on that, and it could have gone straight onto the stumps. We're going to flight one in for the final ball. We're going to try not to get as wide, but still catch him up on the stumps. That was far too wide, far too easy. And it's a quick run single to get through. He is desperate to get off the mark and desperate to get off strike, and the over ends with a single to prevent the maiden. It's our 6th over then. We're probably coming towards the end of our opening spell. They don't often go on much longer than this. And we're bowling at Angelo Matthews for the first time, and he's forced into a defensive shot immediately. In we go with the flight then. Time to bring out the effort ball and get it right on the knees. Here it comes. It's just drifted wide. We almost got too much spin on it. It's pulling away so much, and it was an easy one to drive. It was probably his most aggressive shot so far. Penultimate ball. We're going back to standard off break. Into the stumps, and that one's got away well. Just pulled it to the leg side. It's only going to be a single, but we have got the batsman back on strike who has struggled with us so badly so far. So with the final ball of the over, I'm going to go top spin against him, and I'm going to go straight at the stumps. Here we go. Gets it away. It's just a dot to finish. A little bit underwhelming. Sri Lanka 113 for 3, but our spell has been absolutely terrific, and we've got our first overseas test wicket. Well, our spell's not over as quickly as we thought. We're 1 for 6 off 6 overs. We've been given a 1 over break, and we're straight back in at the other end. So are we going to be able to yield the same success is the first question. And are we still going to be able to trouble the batsman so much? Can we keep the economy down? That one's a bit wide, and he's still got it between second and fourth slip. How on earth's he managed that? First ball of the over away for 2. Matthews getting 2. Oh, they're going for a third. This is close. Oh, why did the fielder stop it? There was no need for him to do that. And unfortunately, they get an easy 3 as a result. But we have got our favourite batsman back on strike now, and we need to be even more aggressive to get this onto leg stump. That possibly a bit too much so. Very easy to get away for him. Third of the over. We've got to try and find that perfect line at the other end. Actually, it's weird feeling a little bit uncomfortable changing ends. We were doing so well at the other one. Why would they not just keep us going? It does seem a bit bizarre. Final ball of the over. Top spin coming out. Still not able to score really against us. That's wide though. Oh, he's had the caught at the edge. Has it caught the edge? No, it just went past. The amount of spin on it made it look like something had happened. But unfortunately, straight through to the keeper. And with 7 overs gone, we're now 1 for 9. Sri Lanka 126 for 3. And this batsman's still stuck on 5, bless him, off 26 deliveries. He's gone wild there, and it's gone straight to point. Even when he's trying to open his arms out and swing, it's not going anywhere. It's straight to a fielder, and it's in the inner circle as well. He doesn't even feel like he's got the power hit on us. So out we go with a flighted one. Let's just see if we can tempt him into the ultimate frustration. He's gone for a big sweep there, and again just picks out the fielder. I feel like something's building here. Can we make the most of the momentum? Here we go with a third one. Just outside off, and it's straight to fourth slip, but it did bounce on the way. But again, a very good sign. We're forcing him to try and come out now. He's trying to come and play big shots. That's got to be LB. Did it catch him just outside off, perhaps? Oh, it's a close one. I don't know that it's worth a shout. I'm going to kick myself if it's not, but I feel like it caught him outside off, so I'm not going to challenge. Let me know in the comments if you think that was a mistake. Off breaker though, back for the penultimate ball, and this one is at the stumps. Straight a fourth slip again. We're keeping the slips busy, and we're keeping this batsman very, very quiet. So off breaker to finish, straight at the stumps. Can we finally get our rewards? We can't, he just defends away, but another maiden in the bank for us. He's still stuck on 5 at the other end, and we are back to face him again. It's an off-break delivery to start, our 9th over. Can we get another maiden, or maybe force the wicket at last? Still sticking with his defensive policy, and is he going to come out and try and swing again? 2 balls left in the over. We've tried every trick in the book here, and he's defended every single one of them. The top spinner's out. He goes for the swing this time, but still just finds that man at mid-on. I think the 3rd time in a row he's done that. And with a ball left in the over, it looks like another maiden. We're going to go for the standard off-breaker to finish. Straight at him, defended straight back to us. And with 9 overs gone in our spell, we are 1 for 9 with a number of maidens here. This sort of conditions seem to suit us perfectly. We're in to bowl our 10th of the last 21 overs. I mean, Angelo Matthews is going mad at the other end. And this time, our man's got off the mark early. He's run for a quick single, got off strike. And surely that's got to be his strategy moving forward. He moves on to 6 off 39. And Matthews now, at the crease, is by far the more aggressive batsman. So I feel like we have to try some different things to him and maybe try and catch him out. He's going for the defensive shot there, but he's got a little bit more about him. He's trying to get through the ball, and hopefully at some point that'll benefit us. So we're going to flight it in, 3rd one of the over. A good chance for us to get this on the stumps. We do, but it's defended away well. Final ball of the over, and we're keeping Matthews quiet, which seems to be a good sign. We're going to go straight at him again. Oh, he cuts it away, and again he's found that 3rd slip area. Do we bring in an extra slip? Let me know what you think, because it's something we've got to think about in Test cricket moving forward. It's happening so often, but they're not really carrying, so it doesn't have the wicket-taking opportunity. Probably just going to save us a run. Surely this will be it now. We've bowled 11 overs in a row. Let's go and get this one on the stumps. We're back to our defensive batsman, who's suddenly come out with a bit of vigour. He's added another 7 runs to his total, so whatever happened at the other end was not good for England last over. We're going to flight this one in. Can we get him on the stumps? Oh, he's out! He's got to be out! For 13 after a long suffering innings against us. We've got our second wicket, again edged up in the air. He had no idea where it was going. It was bat, then pad, then up, and then wicket keeper claims. And we've got our second wicket with our persistence rewarded. A brilliant spell, particularly against this batsman. And we finally got him for 13. Of 43 deliveries, we made his life a misery. De Silva is into the attack, and we're going to start with just the standard delivery. Just give him a bit of a settler, and he gets that away defensively. We want to know what type of batsman he is, whether he's going to try and come out the traps, and we also want to make sure he knows that we've got a good line and length. I can't ever in my life remember having such a long spell here. We're 2 for 12 off 11 overs. It's a remarkable effort, but we might have to voluntarily end it soon because we cannot bowl forever. The confidence and the fitness is starting to go down slightly, but it has been a great first spell. We're bowling straight at the stumps, we're trying to preserve a bit of energy. We don't want to go for too many effort balls, we'll maybe just throw in one later in the over. And the third one's going to be a top spinner. Straight at the stumps, gets it away, and that's going to be at least one, possibly two. No, they're not going to try it. It would have been a silly decision, but they've tried that before. But it is just a single here. De Silva off the mark, Matthews back on strike. He's on 30 off 46 and we're going straight at him, straight at the stumps and defended away sensibly. Surely last ball of the spell now. I mean, it's the end of the 12th over. We've bowled these in the last 25 for England. It's defended away. It's a brilliant over, just one conceded. And Sri Lanka 151 for 4. Our spell 2 for 13 off 12 overs. So we have been given a breather, not a particularly long one. We're back after 59 overs, so we only got about a 15 over break. Moeen Ali's come into the attack, he got a wicket at the other end. Sri Lanka now 5 down but past the 200 mark. Matthews still there on 47. De Silva got himself out and it's now Mendy's at the crease on 7 off 15 deliveries. And it's the man that we're going to be chasing the wicket of next. A really good opening spell for us though, 2 for 13, an economy of just over 1. Almost too easy in the end, an exceptional spell, 5 maidens. And to be honest, it's centred around that one batsman. Samara Wickrama, we managed to get on a shoestring, 13 off 43. And we just had him guessing every time. He had no idea what was coming, he couldn't get us away, and eventually we got our reward. Ben Folkes catching 2 for us, 2 edges through to the keeper, and plenty more that got the slips interested, but unfortunately none of them carried. So an excellent first bowling spell. We're going to get through the rest of this innings off camera and we'll report back at the start of the next one. And a bit like we did for the Ireland Test debut, we'll be back for our first batting action overseas in an England shirt against Sri Lanka. That will be our next episode on Wednesday. So if you enjoyed this one and you're looking forward to that, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of our spell, where we can improve, how we can get more wicket taking opportunities, and if we need to make any adjustments to the field. But overall I'm very happy with that, particularly after the Ireland game. We've improved a great deal over the last year. Subscribe down below for 2 episodes a week from this series and turn those notifications on to make sure you don't miss any alerts as new episodes come out. We've got daily FM20 content on the channel too, a weekly stadium review series from the real footballing world, and also a weekly live stream series too. Every Tuesday at 10 AM we're live, so come and pop along and join in the action and get involved in the community as well if you can. I really do appreciate it, I really do enjoy it, it's one of my favourite parts of it, so hopefully you will as well. But thank you very much for watching this one and your continued support with the new Cricket 19 series. And I hope to see you next time for another big game, as Sri Lanka against England continues with our first batting innings overseas in an England Test shirt.